Well, we've returned to the HP EliteDesk 705 G4 computer. Why? Well, I had a viewer recently reach out to me and asked if this would run Adobe After Effects, and I thought, well, why don't we try that plus Adobe Premiere? Is this still usable in 2025 to create videos using Adobe Creative Cloud? This is what's next. Well, I have to admit, it's been a while since I've used this HP EliteDesk. I ended up actually putting the graphics card back into it again to do the full test of these two applications. As you can see, I'm currently running Adobe Premiere Pro 2025, and I have the latest version of Adobe After Effects at the time of this recording. Now, the goal is to see what can we do with this system. I already know the limitations. No, 4K is not the way you'd want to go with this system. 1080p would be fine. So what I have here is a project that I created back in 2016, and I've made obviously multiple changes. There is no such thing as a health-aware company, and the video that I have of the individual is all artificial intelligence. What I wanted to show was these particular pieces here, which are the Adobe After Effects pieces, and we're going to go through that. I am not an expert at either Adobe Premiere or Adobe After Effects, so please take this with a grain of salt. What I'm going to do probably is correct or it isn't correct, doesn't matter. We're going to have some fun with today's video, and again, for the viewer who requested this, hopefully this will give you enough information to go on to see if this is a system that, for the money and what you're able to get, works for you. So let's get started with project number one. While we're in Premiere, let's go ahead and scan this timeline. I'm just going to take the control here, and if we go back and forth, you know, we can run through pretty good. So we know that at least 1080p video plays back rather well in here. And in the Adobe After Effects application, this is the video itself, and as you can see here, I mean, it's running through pretty clean. It's just some basic text, some minor effects, and I press play. You're going to see, I mean, it rendered the timeline pretty quickly. Again, this HP EliteDesk has that internal graphics card. But as you can see, again, we can make some changes. So let's go ahead and let's just, we're going to get rid of this logo here. And now we're going to go in here and we're going to import that media. So here's our new logo, and I'm flying through here pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and get this lined up. All right, close enough. And I'm going to just go ahead and untick the view button there. And let's play this back. I've made that change. I'm going to save it, and we're going to hit play. And there you go. Now, is it doing it at 30 frames a second? No. You saw that it was red there for a moment, but again, if I come back to Adobe Premiere, these are all embedded, and of course this in piece here is not rendered out. But if I go and play it,
start the conversation today.
Even in Adobe Premiere, it is playing well. So let's see what the render time looks like. If I go ahead and press enter, we're looking at it saying about 3 minutes and 50 seconds to render out just that in time piece. Is that the fastest in the world? No. But will it work? Sure. Let's let this finish out, and we will come back when it's done. And wouldn't you know it, as soon as I stopped recording to save that segment, it was done rendering. It did not take the 4 minutes. All right, just to confirm that we do have hardware encoding turned on, so let's go to File, Project Settings, and General, and you will see this is grayed out. So it doesn't appear to allow me to, or maybe it is working. I was trying to read through Yeah, set the renderer to Mercury Playback Engine GPU acceleration. So maybe it's defaulting to that, but it seems to be grayed out, so I don't know if that's even happening. I have this whiteboard animation template. I'm going to go and minimize this screen. I've already done a conversion of the whiteboard animation. This is a 1080p project, and it's one of those hand-drawn animations, right? I mean, so that the hand can kind of go over and, you know, it draws buildings or people. We're going to let this load. So this is showing you kind of the load time. All right. And we're missing, I believe, a font. I'm not going to worry about it. And if we go ahead and if I could just click in, you can see that I can get through this rather decently. What happens if I put this at the beginning and we begin playing it? So I'm pressing the space bar. We are roughly at 27 to 30 frames, or 29.97 frames. So again, if animation is the tool that you're doing and it's 1080p, I think you'll be okay with this. That's pretty decent. Now, one of the things that you might be hearing is the fan. I'm going to bring the microphone over. So that is one of the downsides with this mini PC, is that fan, but honestly, once I stop the playback and, you know, the rendering kind of slows down a little bit, the fans do drop. So I just wanted to let you know about that one. Cutting into this video, I did a little bit more research on Adobe After Effects and realized that maybe I hadn't had this set up correctly. I have the main composition of that animation set up. If we go to File and then Project Settings, I didn't realize that the video rendering was set to software only. So we're going to go ahead and select GPU. And we're going to see if this helps improve the output. I'm going to go ahead and select half again, and will this play a little bit better? It's definitely playing better. We're getting about 15, 17 frames, which is a little bit faster than what I was getting before. If we go to a third, let's see what we're getting here. All right, it's saying 20 some odd frames. You can see that the green line is going a little bit quicker this time. So it's possible that maybe having that video acceleration with the extra GPU was going to work. And of course the sound of the fans are going off. Let's do one render of the 720. Output right here. There's our output, and let's render this. And again, we should have project settings. It says that it's selected, and render. All right, we are definitely getting a lot better video render times. Yeah, now we're only showing 1 minute and 23 seconds. So yes, that setting makes a huge improvement in our export of this animation project. It looks like it's slowing down a little bit. Not too bad. Still not as good as probably the latest computers, but, and again, you can hear the fan going off. Can you do video editing on an HP EliteDesk 705 G4 from 2018? The short answer is yes, you can, but there are limitations. Let's take it back to the studio for my final thoughts. Okay. While it's not the fastest solution on the market, you can still use this HP EliteDesk 705 G4 to accomplish basic 2D animation and video editing. You're not going to produce a high quality 4K production with this, but as long as you stay within the mini PC's limitations, we'll say 720 or 1080p resolution, you'll be able to still create some fun and insightful videos. With that being said, would I recommend someone to just go out and get one of these devices to do this type of work? Not really. There are similar older PCs that have a bit more horsepower to create videos without the extreme limitations of what's packed inside this computer. With that being said though, I understand that not everyone has easy access to faster computer systems, so if this mini PC is what you can get, you can definitely make it work. All right, well, that's a wrap for today's episode. Thanks for watching. If you liked today's content, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And to stay current on future episodes, click the subscribe and bell notification icons. Feel free to watch one of my other videos either here or here, and until next time, I'll see you again for another episode of Hey, What's Next?